The art of the barista is a relatively new form of expression. More entrenched is the ancient art of the winemaker. And one of the most inspirational wine stories in this country is the McGuigan family. From humble beginnings, 4 generations of winemakers have helped to put Australian wine on the world map. And these days, raconteur and all-round good guy, Neil McGuigan, is at the helm.
It all started with our grandfather, Owen McGuigan, who was a share dairyman in the local area, and he also looked after vines. But we didn't get started in winemaking until our dad, Perce, became a winemaker for Penfolds. And Dad started us off in winemaking in about 1942.
And what are your first memories of being in a vineyard?
Well, actually, first memories is actually being in a winery. And when you're sort of 4 or 5 years of age, tiny little fellow, we had beautiful 750-gallon casks and small doors. And of course, I was small, and in you go, mate, you can go and clean them for me. So I used to scrape all the wine stain off the inside of the casks.
So was it cast in stone then that you were going to be a winemaker?
Pretty much so, yeah. Dad got me involved in it, and then of course my brother got involved as well.
But is there any sibling rivalry?
Well, as long as I understand that any wine that's won a prize, Brian made, and I made all the others.
Oh, really? But didn't you 3 times win International Winemaker of the Year?
Yes, we did, yep.
Judged in London, the most prestigious wine competition in the world?
Yeah, we had a bit of luck. We did well.
So how does the weather and the soil affect the wine?
Soil is important because that gives, with the right variety planted on the right soil, can give you a different characteristic, a different flavour. But it's the climate, to me, that makes the huge difference to the Hunter Valley. It is the high humidity, the warmth, the proximity to the coast that makes the Hunter unique. We make Semillon, Shiraz and Chardonnay, which is unique to the world, not just to Australia, but to the world.
Well, this is a beautiful finished wine. How do you get from the grapes to this?
Well, how about we go to the winery and I show you?
The grapes have come off the vines and they've come in here, but now we're in the tank room. What's happened in between?
Well, we've crushed the grapes, put them straight into the tank press, drain the juice away from the skins very quickly, into a tank, nice and cold, it's about 10 degrees, all the insoluble solids drop to the bottom, take off the beautiful clean juice and add some yeast.
The winemaker works tirelessly over the next few weeks, tasting and testing the fermenting juice until it's just right. I tried some samples of the current Semillon, from the early stages where the fermentation begins to the pure wine, ready for filtering and bottling. That Semillon was near perfect, but Neil promised I could taste one of his favourite Chardonnays. Maturing wine in oak is an age-old method used all over the world.
Chardonnay is a variety that really needs a little bit of oak, and the reason why it needs oak is that oak gives the wine a lovely vanillan character, and it also gives the wine a toasty character. But also, very importantly, coming from the oak, is the oak gives the wine a lovely softness, and it sort of slowly matures the wine so that it is much more approachable at an earlier age. But there has been a change of style in Australian Chardonnay, where we used to make those big, rich, full-flavoured Chardonnays, which were fantastic at the time, but now we've refined them, so they're much more elegant in oak and much more elegant in flavour.
That's got beautiful acid balance too in there.
Lovely yeah. Lift.
Yeah.
This will be a very nice wine. 2013 has been a good year. Being part of 3 generations of winemaking means a lot. It gives you history, it gives you tradition, it gives you a certain quality aspiration that you must achieve, and each generation we've tried to increase that bar all the time.
Coming up, Neil's made the wine, now it's my turn to match it with a creamy risotto.
That's lovely.
And all the excitement of the Sydney Royal Show, pumpkin bowling, wood chopping and more. Neil, you made the wine.
Yep.
So I will now cook something specially to go with it. And when I think of Semillon, I have to say I think lemon.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So I'm going to do a lemon poached chicken breast, a risotto with some of these lovely herbs and things from your garden, and you're going to make me a little dressing.
Am I really?
You are. All right, some olive oil in here. A little bit of butter, I really do like the combination. There you go. Now I'm putting a leek in and just going to slice this, or what we can do is this. And Just make sure it's washed.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. So, yeah, you know, it's so interesting when we talk about wines and we say things like lemon, and it doesn't mean it's exactly like lemon, but it means that it's more like lemon, say, than butter. I think that's a... So I always think that these descriptors are signposts. Do you think?
Yes, I think that's exactly right, because you foodies can take wine into different avenues. You know, you're talking about lemon and chicken, you then sort of got to say, oh, it's got to be white wine, but you could do chicken and tarragon and you can take it into a red wine spectrum.
Absolutely. But meanwhile, what have we got here?
Oh, this is our beautiful 2006 Semillon. This wine won the trophy for the best Semillon in the world at the International Wine and Spirit competition last year.
So once this is softened, we can add some garlic. Do you like a little bit of garlic?
A little bit of garlic's good.
Beautiful.
You can have a glass of wine while you're doing that?
Absolutely. Thank you. Wow.
Doesn't that smell beautiful? Lovely and toasty, isn't it? I love Semillon when it gets a bit of age.
Yeah, it does. It actually completely changes it. Now, this is arborio rice, which is for risotto, and it will absorb 3 times its volume of liquid.
Is that right? Isn't risotto just gluggy rice?
Not the way I cook it. Now, how about you give me a little bit of that fabulous wine, and now we can have more than a splash, decent splash.
Decent splash.
Because in Italy, turn this up. Oh, a bit more.
A bit more, absolutely.
Because in Italy, they say that rice is born in water, but it drowns in wine.
Excellent.
So there you go. Now I've got some chicken stock, and we're just going to ladle in a little at a time and evaporate it off.
Okay.
In here, I have got chicken consommé, lemon rind, some garlic, a little bit of thyme from your garden.
Yep.
And in fact, I'm going to give you a little task with that as well, because I'd love you to just pull some leaves off in here, because have you ever used a mortar and pestle before?
Once or twice.
Do you use it to make wine?
Yeah,
I don't want any. I don't want. No, I don't want bits like that in. I just want the leaves. Come on,
yes,
just
so
the leaves.
Come
on. Only if you. I'll give you easier herbs in a second. All right. So now in here.
It's like milking a cow.
I'm just going to pop in my beautiful chicken breast fillets. So that now just needs to poach. Okay. What about some of these lovely chives? Yep. You can just chop them roughly.
Just chop them? Okay. I will do that for you.
Very roughly. All right. And I just need to keep ladling and keep ladling.
Excellent. Now, is that chopped?
Yeah, that's
happy
enough.
now?
Beautiful. Yeah, now pop that in there as well. Okay, so now some parsley. All right, so now I'd like you to give that a bit of a pound.
Bit of a pound? Excellent.
Once the herbs are ground, we add lemon zest, green olives, tomatoes, olive oil and a touch of lemon juice and pound it into a zesty sauce. Okay, so it's just a process of keeping on doing this. It takes about 22 minutes to do a risotto. So you keep pounding, I'll keep stirring.
Okay, fine.
What I am going to do now then, my friend, is put in your winemaker's homegrown silver beet to wilt through this, so that's our green veggie. Pop in some more of that, stir this through, have another glass of wine, and I think in about 5 more minutes we'll be ready.
I think it's wine o'clock for me.
Now all is ready. I've turned the chicken off and it's just resting in there. Now, a lovely way to finish a risotto is with a little bit of butter.
It's really bulked up since you've been working it.
Yeah, that's what I said. Have a little bit. See what you think.
That's lovely.
Yeah, there you go.
It's really nice.
Okay, so there it is. Lemon poached chicken with silver beet risotto, tomato dressing, a la Neil McGuigan.
And a glass of beautiful Semillon.
Cheers.
Excellent. Thank you.
Taste.